Hello and welcome back to Lumosity. Prepare yourself for an overture. It's going to be rough. And, well, I mean... Oh, come on, I wasn't loud enough. I should have made it louder when I played it on full loudness. And I was like, I'm calm. And he was like, with sound violet. Of course, mute button's right there. But still, it just seemed like it's getting louder. Therefore, it's J277. Overture. Yeah, that's more like it. Performed by the Skidmore College Orchestra. Composed by Carl Maria von Weber. Maria! Carl Maria! Maria! Carl Maria Friedrich Ernst von Weber was a German composer, conductor, pianist, guitarist, and critic. One of the first significant composers of the Romantic School. Weber's operas, Der Frühschieds, Orianthe, and Der Baron greatly influenced the development of the Romantic opera in Germany. His compositions for the clarinet, which include 2 concertos, a concertino, a quintet, and a duo concertante, are regularly performed today. His music... Well! I've never heard this before, but I can tell you that this is what that is not fit. Fail! Oh, you did it again! Oh, how hard is it to play horns? Come on, I've even heard the Academy of St. on the Fields barge the horn part of, oh my gosh! Part 8 as part of the, Water Music by Sweet Bar Handel. Oh, my ears at that point are like, Phil! Oh, what's wrong with you hornists? Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. I'll regulate his rage. His piano music, including 4 sonatas, 2 concertos, and a concert piece in F minor, influenced composers such as Friedrich Chopin, Franz Liszt, and Felix Mendelssohn. The Concertstück provided a new model for the one-movement concerto in several contrasting sections, such as Liszt, who often played the work, and was acknowledged by August Stravinsky as the model for his Conclusia for piano and orchestra. No known copyright restrictions. So I'll suddenly one day be slapped with an unexpected lawsuit by the Skidmore College Orchestra. Is that or someone else? Or maybe it'll be Carl Maria von Weber's ghost. Oh, it's dark. It's dark. No, sorry to be raised. Try not to be racist here. It's African, right? Yeah, why? Okay, that was Der Frühschieds English. The Free Shooter is an opera in 3 acts by Carl Maria von Weber to a libretto by Friedrich Kienz. It is considered the first important German romantic opera, especially in its national identity and stark emotionality. Its plot was taken from German folk legend, and many of its tunes were inspired by German folk music. Its unearthly portrayal of the supernatural is especially poignant in the famous Wolf's Glen scene. Despite its daring innovations and some scathing attacks by critics, it quickly became an international success, with some 50 performances in the first 18 months after its June 18th, 1821 premiere in Berlin. The beginning of the Romantic period, mind, of which this is, started... Oh, Phil! Started just a year and a half before. So what, is it these horns are not being made right? What's going on? It's like they're mixing, I don't know. What is this? A historically informed performance, perhaps? Perhaps in those days they didn't have common tuning practices. I mean, I know that was the case at one time, but surely it'd been corrected by then unless it wasn't, in which case your German horns would not be going with, Oh! Oh, no, you did it! Oh my gosh! Oh! Among the many artists influenced by their friendships was a young Richard Wagner, who had come to be seen by many as Weber's successor. Right, and let's get started then. I'm feeling good today. No, I'm not actually. I slept way too long and didn't get anything done. Although I did have a phantasmatic dream. I looked that up. Actually, is a word, I think. I had a fantastic dream. I don't know what phantasmatic is, but I don't actually remember, and that's bad, probably. Because all I remember is that it probably was not using it the way it was neat. Well, wait, it should be. Right. Goodness, is it really necessary for this music to be this loud? I mean, I'm being distracted. That's what's ruining my performance here. I'm just being a little bit distracted by it. Anything for an excuse, you know? So I shouldn't have turned it down. But then I guess, on the other hand, if I turn it down, it looks like that I'm swayed by that. You know, I'm trying to correct it so that way you can say, well, he's not just looking for a cheap excuse. I mean, he doesn't want to be... He don't want to be able to find it. If they get that bags, he's trying to get rid of it. But of course, I don't really. This takes too long, do not want. And go with telematch. Short, as always. But let me tell you about my dream last night. Oh my gosh. The SWTOR probably fix it. No, probably doesn't. Alright, so here's the deal. Okay. I got up this morning. I heard the alarm. And it was like... So obviously I went right back to sleep. But in order to convince myself that was the right thing to do, my brain came up with a... Oh my gosh, yes! Oh, awesome epic dream. So of course I wanted to get to sleep. And then what's that? And it started out with, oh yeah, like, my dream started out, I was back in, for some reason I was back in 2007, 2008, I was in 2008, like, May or something. Anyway, the first competitor to the iPhone had been released. Now, mind, in 2008, IRL, I didn't even know what the iPhone was. But now that I have, well, don't even have one now, but I've got a Mac, and I love the Mac, so I assume the iPhone's awesome too. So, just going back then, when the iPhone had been created in 2007, and I don't know if the competition had arisen by the 1 year later, but anyway, let's just assume for the purposes of the dream that they did, because I did dream about... Because I did dream about... Oh, you want to continue now? Alright. Okay. Yeah, we were just switching moments. No, great. Movements within a non-movemental piece. Movemental. Okay, that's good. I barely remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fail! Fail! Do you need me to tell you where the fail was? There was a fail there. There was. Oh! Fail! There's a fail here. Yeah, true. An excellent part. I quite forget where we're supposed to go from this point on. No, actually, I remember. No, I just forgot. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 4. 5. 6. Oh my, I don't remember it all now. How am I still doing this correctly? How is this even possible? I'm guessing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That doesn't make sense. Somehow I forgot. Yep, I did. Okay. Generally not bad though. You know, it would be fun, and I would totally be incredibly. What do you want? Are you serious? Oh, there's a 1 there. Oh, I forgot about that pad. Well, oh no, I didn't fail that bad, did I? Yep. No. I don't remember. I just want this to be over so I can get back to thinking about my dream, telling you about it. That's what I want to do. Oh, I was about to go there. I'm glad I didn't. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all we need to remember now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I forgot. Is it here and here and there? Or here and here and there? Oh! Oops. And we were doing so well. Right. Oh gosh, my dream. So start out, I was at a convention where we were having the epic test I was just a spectator, and I was spectating at the convention a comparison, which was a really important comparison between the iPhone and the Google operating system running equivalent. Okay, I guess what was it? Probably. I remember they calling it a Google phone, because Google and make phones. But my dream was just simplifying it down. Apple versus Android, iOS versus Android rather. Anyway, what it was just everything, and there were, obviously there were the Android fanboys there and the Apple, I guess, equivalents, and myself. Anyway, we were. Anyway, the point. Anyway, the point. Sorry, it's still a little awkward here. It's just a little awkward because Google owns YouTube, and it's kind of an awkward dream here because I love Apple, but I love Google too because they own YouTube, and I get paid by them sometimes, and yeah, I'm talking bad about my employees' products. Yeah, not really. No, talking bad. No, I'm just talking to tell you about this dream, which I thought was so good. Did it draw me back to sleep and told me, no, you don't want to get it back up. No, you got stuff to do. Oh, this is more important. You're going to enjoy this. Oh, you don't have to watch YouTube videos today? No, this dream, it's going to be so much more awesome. And it was. But it was worth it. No, I don't think it was worth it, but maybe it was. Anyway, it wasn't worth it. It was just exactly what I wanted to hear. Just exactly what I wanted. Anyway, and they came in and they announced the results of the comparison, the study, and Apple, the iPhone won every single count. I'll buy a lot, and they And they had some fireworks at the end, too, because inside the warehouse, where they were having it. Or convention center, I guess, not warehouse, just it was big like a warehouse, because there were so many millions of people in there. Anyway, Millions. Wow, that's one big warehouse. No, convention center. And they had some fireworks at the end where they overclocked some Google phones, or I guess Samsungs, to be just as fast as the iPhone equivalents. But they had to overclock them so much that they got so hot running that they all exploded. They reached such a high temperature that the lithium-ion battery powering them failed. And of course, as soon as one blows up, they had them all together, and it blew the other ones up. And it was a chain reaction, and we had huge doom explosions, and everyone died. Oh, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. Because, oh man, but all the Apple nuts got out of there, so we just killed all the Android users. And outside the warehouse, we went into the next train, which was tied in this one, but in the way that I got there from this one, but not related in theme or really in any way, in any way at all, except I had an iPhone, which is a dream in itself, and that played a minor role later. But anyway, continuing on. So there was this, what was it, a Starbucks? It probably was not a Starbucks, but it was probably like the Idiocracy equivalent of a Starbucks, if you remember what that is. Yeah, if you've seen Idiocracy, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, so there's a Starbucks just right across the street, and I guess that's why I thought it was a warehouse, which was holding all the people. Anyway, I went over there, and there was this gang, they were like, speaking gang stuff. And of course, I, being Joe Gang Cool, or, oh no, not Joe Cool, Joe Gangster, or maybe Lil P Gangster, Gangster, something like that. Anyway, the point was, so I was all gangster, and I was saying I'm on one Johnny gang, yeah, or something like that, and they said, well, yeah, but you gotta come back tonight. We out partying, wrecking the town, and oh yeah, doing our gang stuff or something. I'll send tomorrow after dinner. Yes, I'll just take dinner. After dinnering. No, didn't think so. Fine, let's go. Committed. Anyway, there was this one guy there, though, who, I don't think his name was Corso Riggs, but for those of you who've watched Star Wars: The Old Republic, this guy in my dream was exactly like Corso Riggs. He didn't look exactly like Corso Riggs. He just kind of looked a little more, hick. He looked a little more hickish than Corso Riggs, if that's possible. And anyway, I had a talk with him, and when I came back, and we met up, and I had used my iPhone to call the police on the gang, and I convinced Corso Riggs, whose name I forget, to leave the gang before it all got before they got smashed by the police. Yeah, probably should have gotten him out before, but before I called the damn in, but maybe I thought I couldn't convince him to leave and become my faithful companion slave. Don't worry, he was white, just like Corso. He didn't even know he looked exactly like Corso, but he was still white. Anyway, so he went. I got him to leave, but of course he still felt some honor. So he didn't want to stick around when the police showed up. He wanted to go fight with his gangies, but he wasn't high enough ranking to carry a gun somehow, and so all he could do was be fodder, which he was more than ready to do. You know, of course, Corso Riggs is a tank, so that's, you know, pretty much his purpose, just to stand by and get slaughtered. And I tried to convince him to go away, but at that point it became my dream became a video game where I had to press all these buttons. They're like hundreds of buttons. Well, not hundreds, but if I were to press a button, so, you know, there were buttons I had to press after the buttons as far as modifying the buttons' actions. And so if you count them all up, it's probably like many dozen buttons there I could choose from, you know, in trees and such. And I clicked, I tried to figure it all out. By the time I figured out what to do, how to get him to come, actually, I think I failed anyway. And he looked like he was gonna come, and I accidentally pressed the button. Die! I said, for thinking, something. I said, go, stay with your friends, or something like that. Anyway, he went back behind a sign which he'd been hiding behind. And he got full lead, died. Sad. So, using my executive power as the dream weaver of my own dreams. How do you like that, dream weaver? Oh, yeah. I can make anything happen I want. Not true. I can only control my own actions when I have dreams. I control my own actions. One of which, fortunately, is the power of time, where I reset time. I went back in the past, and I clicked all the right buttons, and he got him to come away, and just at that moment, there was a huge explosion, and everybody died, except for the police, who were just threw a little party right there at the Starbucks, and we left in my little smart car. Yeah, I had a smart car for some reason. Yep, that's what happened. Yep. Anyway, that's going to wrap this episode up. Thanks for watching it. Goodbye.